What's up, guys? So today I'm just in the woods right now, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about the previous video, which was the actual gameplay. Uh, it was a messy gameplay, but I'm gonna make the video short for you guys and just talk about a few things that I experienced, some things I want to change and whatnot. But first, I want to start with my ghillie suit. It wasn't completed. It was still a mess. It was had some missing patches around it. It didn't cover up my face. It did break the alignment of my head, but it wasn't what I wanted it to be. So I'll be working on that. And after that will be the gun. My gun was not camouflaged whatsoever. It was completely visible. The first kill I got, he was shooting at me because my brother was shooting at me because he felt like there was just too much darkness. There was too much black in the area, so he thought it was me, which it was. He wasn't 100% sure, but he knew there was something suspicious around that area. So I'm gonna have to do something about that. I'm gonna have to wrap the gun in some kind of cloth and whatnot to just, well, camouflage it and hide it well and blend it in with these woods, which is not really hard of a task, but it's gonna have to be done. It has to be done. Another thing was the face mask I was wearing. My God, it was uncomfortable. The ears, everything, like it's just the mouth, the sweat sticking on the front of it. Not a fan of it. Now, I don't like to wear face masks, but protection and whatnot. So I'm probably just gonna make some kind of padding around my face, like a mask thing, just with a thick padding, to where if a baby hits me, it won't hurt me that much. I gotta get rid of it. It's just ridiculously uncomfortable, guys. Besides just the gun not being camouflaged well enough, it was too loud, guys. Like, every time I shot the rifle at someone within 200 feet, they will hear the gun and hide behind the tree and just completely dodge the BB, which is just not what I want. I need the gun to be a lot quieter. I need to get those shots off, hit my target, and stay hidden. Be stealthy. That's the point of playing stealthy. Now, sure, a real gun will be a lot louder. Even with a suppressor, a real gun is loud. But they shoot from such a far distance that they can't really hear it. I want the same thing with my airsoft. I don't want people hearing me. I don't want those shots to be heard. I don't want my location exposed. But one thing that's set apart from the others, the one thing that completely ruined two of my shots, probably some more that were not in the video, was the feeding problem I was having with the BBs. Not the BBs, the airsoft gun. The BBs were not feeding into the hop up, causing me to dry fire and just completely I'm right here. I'm like, I was giving away my position, trying to hit someone. It was ridiculous. It's something that should not be happening. So I looked into it. Now, what was causing the BBs to not feed for the hop up was the bucking. The bucking is sticking out just a little bit outside of the chamber where the BBs go up, and it just blocks the BBs from really going up there. I don't really know because at times, like when you just put in the mag, it has the problem. But once you dry fire a couple times, it's like the bucking is pushed a little forward from the BBs, the vibration from firing the gun, and it just completely unjams it by itself by just dry firing a couple times. I thought I had made sure that it wasn't stuck, but I guess the BBs were still stuck in there. That's a no-go. That's got to be fixed. Now, besides just the hop up being a pain in the ass, the gun's a little bit too front heavy, which is not a problem for me because I'm a strong guy and I can hold the weight and handle just carrying it everywhere. I have no problem with it, but a lighter gun is a lot better than having a heavy gun. Even for a strong guy, having a lighter gun just makes a whole difference in the experience. Really, the cost of the gun being so front heavy will be the byproduct I have in the front, which I guess I'd say I don't need it, but I'd like to have it because when I'm laying down and if I want to prop up my gun higher and I have to hold it up with my hand, it will be a lot more convenient. But once I get that first shot in, I'm not laying down anymore. I'm up and going, running around and cover from cover to cover, trying to, not get shot. and hit everybody else. So I need to figure out a way, I guess, to make it lighter up front, because the gun is pretty heavy on the front, especially with the GoPro. And I got the suppressor on, which extends it a little farther out, and I have the GoPro right at the edge, right at the front end of the gun. So I need to work on that weight issue right there. Those are really the only problems I have with my setup right now. It's just a few things I gotta fix up. The ghillie suit, just the things with the gun. If it wasn't for the loudness of my gun, I could have gotten some way better shots. A lot better gameplay for you guys, but it's just, you learn from these experiences. But besides that, I have done a few upgrades after the game. I got a new piston head, cylinder head, and what was the other thing? Oh yeah, and a new nozzle for it. The gun definitely sounds a lot more solid. It sounds well built. It sounds less mechanical, you could say. It sounds more like just air pressure and hitting that pad inside the pistons. So it's sounding a lot better. And I did fix the feeding issue. I took my bucking, and that front little edge that was sticking out, I cut it off with a knife. Now the babies are coming up perfectly. The only problem now is that the nozzle is just a little bit too long, so I gotta grind it down just a little bit, just so those babies just come up with no issue. Besides that, the gun is starting to feed a lot better now. The other upgrade I'm gonna be having to do is upgrade the ghillie suit. I gotta add some greens, I gotta add some reds from the pine straw around. I gotta add dead leaves to the ghillie suit. I need to complete it to where it falls a little bit over my face, or just make some kind of face mask for myself, because I need to blend in. Last time I was hiding right here, and with all this redness and green and bark looking color and gray, my brother just saw too much black from my face mask and the tip of my gun. I need to camouflage those. They need to be concealed. They cannot be seen if I'm going to be playing stealthily. Now the big news thing you saw on the thumbnail as well, guys, I'm getting an HPA gun. My gun is too loud, especially for the stealthiness I want to play with. One shot and people hear it and they have enough time to dodge it, because there is such a far distance. I'm shooting 250 feet plus with my rifle right now, shooting at 150 FPS, and it's still not fast enough to where when they hear the shot, they dodge it right there in time. So with this HPA rifle shooting at 500 feet per second, dead silent, I'm gonna be getting some nasty shots with it, and I can't wait to show you guys. I'm not gonna be telling you what rifle I'm getting, but in time for a future video, you guys will see exactly what it is and my setup, and hopefully you guys enjoy the whole content I'll be making for you guys. But either way, guys, that's a big ass spider. But that's it, guys. That's really all I have for this video. There's not much to it. It's just giving a little bit of an update and with things I'm gonna be getting. So you guys have yourself a good day, and I'll see you guys in the next video in these woods. Peace.